Welcome back to another rebuild. I have for you guys here today on Madden 20. Today I am doing a realistic rebuild of the Denver Broncos. Before I really begin this video though, as always, if you guys are new around here and end up enjoying this one, feel free to subscribe down below. I would love to have you guys back for my next upload. Also, if you end up enjoying the video, feel free to leave a like. You guys have actually been crushing the likes lately, and it's been awesome. Of course, I have two final plugs. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter or join my Discord, the links to those are down below. But now, let's start talking about this team. Drew Lock will be the starting quarterback for us the rest of the season. Of course, the rookie out of Missouri, I believe he was a second-round draft pick, right? It was the second round, and a lot of people thought that Drew Lock would have went in the first round to the Broncos, but instead, the Broncos drafted Noah Fant after trading with the Steelers, I believe. So the Broncos actually got a lot of value with this last year's draft. They got a great tight end. They got a pretty good-looking quarterback so far. I mean, he's only played, like one game, but he looked pretty solid in that game. Hopefully he can develop for them in real life, right? That'd be pretty awesome. Hopefully he can develop for us in this rebuild as well. I kind of have faith in that, but also at the same time I don't. I'm going to try to keep him as long as I can. We'll see what happens. At running back, it's Phillip Lindsay, of course, an undrafted rookie a year ago. He was very good his rookie season. I'm surprised he went undrafted. I guess people didn't value him for some reason, but he certainly showed up in the NFL when he actually got a spot on a team. Royce Freeman was also drafted a year ago, much higher though, because, he was actually drafted. He's pretty good as well. He's a good power halfback, but Phillip Lindsay, 84 overall, he's definitely better than Royce Freeman at a 76. Courtland Sutton's a beast. I like Courtland Sutton a lot. He's an 83 overall. How close is he to 1,000 yards? I feel like he might be on pace for it, but I could also just be very wrong. He has 906 yards. He's averaging 75 yards per game. He's certainly on pace for 1,000 yards. Hopefully he gets that. And that would be cool. Courtland Sutton's actually playing pretty well. He's also had like 3 different quarterbacks throwing him the football, so I'm sure if he has one stable quarterback all year, he could actually go off. I like Courtland Sutton a lot. I think he's going to be very good. He already is. He already is pretty good. I forgot this guy's first name. I recognize the player, but I don't know your first name. I'm sorry. Tim Patrick. Okay, sorry about that one. Out of Utah. Deshaun Hamilton's also here. He's a slot wide receiver, really. At least in the game, he's probably a slot. Yeah, 69 overall there. Pretty decent short route running. Pretty decent medium. Pretty decent deep. I think I may have him be the slot. Actually, I don't know. Because usually, Courtland Sutton doesn't really seem like a slot guy. He actually is a better slot receiver than Deshaun Hamilton, so I can get away with that. The reason I want to put him in the slot is because in Madden Sim, usually putting players in the slot makes them get so many more targets, and I just want Courtland Sutton to go off as much as possible. On the offensive line, we have Garrett Bowles, Dalton Reisner, Connor McGovern, Ron Leary, and Jawan James. A pretty okay group. I feel like we should replace Garrett Bowles at some point, considering he's only a 69 overall. He's still a star development, but he's 27. He was pretty old when he was drafted, so I don't really think he's going to develop all that much for us in this rebuild. But Dalton Reisner is good. He's also pretty old. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's 24 years old out of Kansas State. He's very good, though. Connor McGovern's still relatively young. He's 26. We're probably going to have to look to replace him pretty soon. Ron Leary is old, maybe in his 30s. He's actually exactly 30, so we should probably look to replace him at some point. Jawan James, I imagine, is like 27. Yeah, okay. He's not too bad either, but I feel like a lot of these guys we're going to have to look to replace in the coming future. We already talked about Noah Fant. He's a beast. He should be the starting tight end for us the rest of this rebuild. Defensively, there's actually 2 X factors on this side of the ball, Von Miller and Chris Harris Jr., some of the best players at their respective positions, of course. Justin Simmons is also very good. He's an 87 overall. The safety duo on this team is great. Justin Simmons an 87, and then Kareem Jackson, he's old, but he's an 86. We may be able to get like 1 or 2 years out of him because, he's still playing at a pretty high level, at least, here in Madden, he's an 86. They have Alexander Johnson here. It's middle linebacker number 2. It's like listed that way in the depth chart, and I'm pretty sure according to Pro Football Focus, he's actually having a great season. He's 27 though. He has 1 year of experience being 27. What happened to him? Obviously he went undrafted. That's my thought at least. Maybe he just got signed recently. I don't know. He doesn't have a picture in the game, so I don't imagine he was too popular to start the season out, but he looks pretty good, at least for now. Maybe we can have him be a backup if we can draft someone else. I don't know. Todd Davis is also here. He's getting pretty old. He's 27 as well. I don't really know who this guy is. It's Malik Reed, though. I just clicked on his card a second ago. He also does not, have a face in the game. He's a rookie out of Nevada, so maybe he can turn into something. Oh, actually, no. Bradley Chubb is here. But Bradley Chubb is injured, so that's why he's not starting. And I'm going to keep it that way for this first season, but of course Chubb will be back next season. Adam Gotsis, Shelby Harris, and what's your name? You're out of Ohio State, aren't you? DJ Jones? No, Draymond Jones. I'm thinking of someone else. Draymond Jones. He's a rookie this year out of Ohio State. He's only a 67, so I don't really think he's going to go up that much in overall. And of course, the rest of this cornerback core isn't too notable. But this team isn't in a great spot. I mean, they're 79. It's not even all that bad, to be honest. So hopefully we can build around some of these younger guys. Hopefully we can draft well this first season. And I'm really looking for a really poor draft pick. Maybe we can go 4-12, but I don't really think that's going to happen. But I will simulate, and I'll let you know what the record is all about at the end of this season. Here's a look at the impending free agents, you know, who we can bring back. And Justin Simmons is definitely a player I want to retain. I don't really know if I want anyone else down here, though, at least. And then there's also Chris Harris at the top. I kind of want to bring him back for one more season. I think he'll be good enough for at least one more in the game. So I'm good with that. So hold on, let's bring back Justin Simmons for a pretty long time, to be honest. 5 years is good. Keep him until he's 30. He's coming back to the team. And then Chris Harris, I think he only wants a 1-year deal. He does. I'm comfortable giving this to him. He should still be a really good corner for us for one more season. And he likes the length of the contract, but that's about it. Okay, so let me try to renegotiate it with him. Alright, so I upped the contract every single week for Chris Harris, and he has not re-signed yet, so we're going to have to try to tackle that in free agency, but of course, or the week before free agency hits, whatever, but we'll figure it out. Obviously, we did not make the playoffs, but we did not lose out either. We went 5-11, the Chiefs 11-5, winning the division. The Raiders 6-10, wow, they fell off quite a bit. Joe Flacco, 1,800 yards, look at that. Now, how did Drew Lock play? 1,272 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4 picks. I mean, alright, I'll take it. 254 yards per game isn't too bad, to be honest. Philip Lindsay, 1,000-yard rusher. No, he is not. 946 yards, 6 touchdowns for him. 4.3 yards per carry is pretty good. Courtland Sutton, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Noah Fant, 4 touchdowns for him. The blocking stats look kind of weird, I feel like, in the game, but Garrett Bowles letting up 3 sacks. Alright, I guess. Defensively, 115 tackles for Todd Davis. 4 tackles for loss for Shelby Harris. 8 sacks for Von Miller. 7.5 for, is that Derek Wolfe down there as well? It is Derek Wolfe. We have 5 picks for Justin Simmons. 1 for Draymond Jones. He got an interception. Did that happen in real life? Because that's really strange to happen in simulation. 1 for Kareem Jackson and 1 for Chris Harris Jr. No defensive touchdowns. We have no safeties. And we have 1 blocked kick by Derek Wolfe. Okay. Good number of forced fumbles. That's a lot of people with 1 forced fumble. And we have 3 recoveries. Okay, that's not a great return rate. 27th on offense. Defensively, we were 4th. Wow. And this team's defense is actually quite good then. I mean, I kind of knew that, but still. Lamar Jackson winning MVP makes a lot of sense. Nobody from the Broncos. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Lamar Jackson, of course. Nobody from the Broncos. Defensive Player of the Year is Joe Schobert. We have Justin Simmons in there at number 7. I will take that. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Josh Jacobs. Drew Lock at number 6. Noah Fant at number 8. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Devin Bush. 3 Colts players to end that list. That's pretty funny looking, but no Broncos, I don't think. So let me go to the Super Bowl, and I'll let you know if there are any development trade upgrades. The Seahawks and the Patriots are in the Super Bowl, so let's simulate this quickly, and then I will go over the team. I think the Seahawks are going to win. Let's see, though. The Seahawks do win, 24-21, but alright, let's check out development trade upgrades. I feel like Justin Simmons is a candidate to go up. Maybe Courtland Sutton as well on offense. He had a good season. He went up to superstar. That's phenomenal. I'm really happy that happened. Drew Lock will be the starting quarterback for us next year, so I don't want Joe Flacco being here. Is it even worth it to cut him? Let me just see. I doubt it is. It actually is worth it. Do we want to cut him? I mean, he's a 66 overall. Do we really want Joe Flacco anymore? He could mentor Drew Lock, I guess. Let's see what the cap situation's all about when we try to bring back some players. Also, Noah Fant has star development, if you guys did not know. Defensively, Justin Simmons went up to superstar. That is phenomenal. Okay, Bryce Callahan's also on this team. Kind of forgot to mention him, but injured in real life. That's probably why he wasn't there. We have Bradley Chubb back as well, so that's nice. Okay, so the team isn't looking too bad here on defense. I still want to bring back Chris Harris Jr., though. He is still a 90 overall, which really is not bad whatsoever. He wants a better bonus. Let's up this quite a bit. Will you accept that? Okay, he's coming back to the team. I will take that. That's not too bad. Derek Wolfe, I don't think I'm going to bring back. Same goes for everybody else down here, to be honest. I mean, Shelby Harris isn't too bad, but I mean, in real life. But he's a 73 right now in the game. Let's sign some free agents. We have $28.83 million. Also, let me apologize again. I feel like my voice probably sounds weird. It's just because I'm kind of coming off of a cold. I've talked about this in the past. So who is here? No, who I'd want to go after. Austin Hooper is obviously very good, but I want Noah Fant to develop. Amari Cooper is definitely a player I want. Pairing him up with Courtland Sutton would be phenomenal. Kareem Hunt's obviously very good, but we have Philip Lindsay. Chris Jones, I go after Chris Jones all the time. I feel like I'm not going to go after him this time. Logan Ryan's like always a player I want to go after, but I don't want to pay him that much. Yannick Ngakoue I don't really need. Marcus Peters could be interesting. Nobody's giving him any offers. Okay, that could be someone we go after. Mike Hilton as well. Haha Clinton Dix is a superstar now. Alright, that's interesting. I think I'm good with Kareem Jackson, though, for now. Alright, let me go after a couple of these players. I'll let you know who I get, of course. I went after 2 players in total, and one of them rejected. Eric Armstead, I actually really wanted him. Amari Cooper accepted, though. Let's go. The better of the 2 by far accepted our contract. We now have Amari Cooper and Courtland Sutton, trying to make Drew Lock's job as easy as possible for this next year. We also got Derek Wolfe back on the team. I gave him a pretty small contract for 1 more year, so I'm pretty comfortable with that. That sucks. Derek Brown went number 6 overall to the Falcons. That's actually who I really wanted to select here. So now, who do we go with? Could go with AJ Epineza. He's not bad. He could definitely play defensive end for us. Raekwon Davis is still here as well. I don't have a defensive tackle on my roster right now. I think Raekwon Davis should be the pick. It's either him or Jeffrey Okudah. They're both so good. I think defensive tackle is a bigger need for us right now, so I'm going to go with Raekwon Davis. He's a 75 overall hidden development. He should come in and be very good for us. 90 strength, 80 block shed, 78 finesse move, 79 tackling. Not bad at all. We are now here in the second round. Let's see who we could still land. Henry Ruggs is still here? Henry Ruggs is so good. I don't really need him, though, so I don't really think it's worth it. Trayvon Diggs is available as well. He could actually be a really cool draft pick. Jonathan Taylor's good. I do need a center, though. I don't really like any of these guys, to be honest. I may go with, like, Ben Cleveland or something later and move him inside or something like that. I don't know exactly yet, but I think corner is a pretty big issue still. I mean, we do have Chris Harris and Bryce Callahan, but they're both pretty old. I'd like to get one for the future, so I'm going to go Trayvon Diggs. He's a 70 overall hidden development trait. Not a bad draft pick for the second round. We're going strictly Alabama guys, I guess. But it's okay. I think it's going to work out. Okay, Ben Cleveland is here in the third round. I'm going to select him. Maybe he can come and play center for us or something. He's a 68 overall normal development. That's really not that bad. It says it's a reach down there. I mean, I guess I kind of was looking at the rankings, but a 68 in the third round typically isn't that bad. All right, I'll take him. I think he will play somewhere on the offensive line. I could still use another defensive tackle just to be a backup to Raekwon Davis. So let's go with another Raekwon Williams out of Michigan State. He's a 61 overall. That was probably a pretty bad draft pick, but he's still good enough to be a backup. Yeah, I don't have like any of these players scouted just because I just turned on auto scouting and it didn't really go too far down the list. I don't even know who to go with here, man. Let's go with a random strong safety. Why not? He's a 69 overall. I mean, okay, I'll take it. He's ranked 61 in the class. That was a pretty good draft pick. I'm just going to sim to the end now, though. The first 2 rounds of this draft went really well. We addressed interior D-line, and we also addressed cornerback, and these guys can probably both develop into super good players one day. But look who went first overall. It's probably not anybody you're expecting. DeAndre Swift went first overall to the Dolphins. That's an interesting draft pick, but let's see who else went after that one. You know, Andrew Thomas going number 2, Grant Delpit number 3, Chase Young number 4, Jerry Jeudy rounding out the top 5, and there's a look at the rest. I think we did draft pretty well, though, like I just said. Hopefully the team can develop. Hopefully Drew Lock can have a good sophomore year. I think we definitely gave him the weapons to do so. Let me mess with the lineup a little bit, and I'll let you guys know what the lineup looks like. Now, before I actually talk about the team, I just want to point this out. Todd Davis is on a contract year, and I'm probably not going to bring him back, so I'm going to throw him on the trade block and see if we can get any value for him now. The reason I'm okay with that is that we have Josie Jewell, who is still pretty young, and he's like a 71 overall after I use this experience point. He is 25 years old. I'd rather have Josie Jewell start than Todd Davis at this point, and we still have Alexander Johnson starting at the number 1. It's not the best situation to be in, but I think we can afford to get rid of Todd Davis, and I would definitely rather have some draft picks for him now at least. Here is a look at the offense of the team. The offense is a 77 overall, 78 overall for the entire team, but Amari Cooper, probably the most notable acquisition to this entire team after the first season. He's a 90 overall superstar development wide receiver. I hope he can have a good connection with Drew Lock, and they both can just have a great season this year. Also on offense, we moved Ben Cleveland to center. He's just a 66 overall. I think he should do just fine there. Jeff Hireman is not going to be the starting tight end. It's going to be Noah Fant. Defensively, already kind of talked about the Todd Davis situation. Josie Jewell will be starting above him. Hopefully we can trade Todd Davis soon. Raekwon Davis, though, starting at defensive tackle number 1. Trayvon Diggs, another rookie, starting at the cornerback number 3 position. Here's a look at the defense. I think this team can actually be all right. I'm not sure if I'm expecting a playoff berth at this point, but I am expecting a better season than last year, so let's see if we can at least get that. Also, let me point this out. I do want to cut Joe Flacco. He is making a lot of money for being a 66 overall, but I kind of want to exploit the system here a second, if I can. Is he going to try to mentor Drew Lock? He is not going to mentor Drew Lock. Let me sim again just to make sure. If I can get him to mentor Drew Lock and then cut him, that would be ideal. Okay, I don't think he's going to, so I will be cutting Joe Flacco. He's just so expensive. I don't really think it's worth it to keep him on the team right now. I mean, yeah, maybe in real life he's a good mentor to Drew Lock, but he's clearly not doing anything in the game. So just based on that, I'm not going to pay them almost $20 million just to chill on the bench. That's so stupid. It's worth it to cut him. It frees up $20.3 million. We do incur a bit of a penalty, but it's definitely worth it to cut him. I'm sorry, Joe Flacco. You're not on the team anymore. All right, let's see what the record is here at week number 9. We are 3-4. Okay, not great, but I didn't really expect to do super well this season anyway. We are definitely still in a position to win the division here, though. 4-3 for the Chiefs, 4-4 for the Raiders, 2-5 for the Chargers down there. All right, let's check out some development traits. I think we have a few to reveal, at least on defense. On the offense, though, this has nothing to do with development traits being revealed. Drew Lock has 3 experience points. It's actually not too bad. That kind of leads me to believe he's having an alright season. Raekwon Davis has superstar development, so that's awesome. Trayvon Diggs has not been revealed yet, but you know, the third corner usually doesn't get that much playing time, so that's understandable. Let's see who we have to bring back to the team, though. Chris Harris, of course, is here again, so we only gave him a 1-year contract. I don't know if I want to bring him back for another year. I'm going to wait to see what his overall goes down to. Phillip Lindsay, I think, is a player I'd like to bring back. Ron Leary. I don't know if I want Ron Leary. He's 31 years old, 81 overall. I think we can replace him. Derek Wolfe, definitely replaceable. Brandon McManus. I feel like we should bring back Brandon McManus. He's not too bad. Alexander Johnson. There's so many weird players here that are like at a really strange age. I don't really know if I should bring back to the team. Garrett Bowles, I don't want. I know that for a fact. Jake Butt, great name, but probably don't want him. Jeff Hireman, same thing. I don't really want him. Dude, this sucks. I don't really know what to do with a lot of these guys, but Brandon McManus I'll bring back. Phillip Lindsay I will also bring back. We got them both back on the team, so that's pretty nice at least. We do have a lot of money, though. I'm looking to spend a good bit of that in free agency. We do have a breakout player challenge, though. Who's this for? Phillip Lindsay. Oh, please tell me Phillip Lindsay can go up in development. That would be so nice. I doubt that's going to happen. I don't think he's going to get 150 plus yards or 3 plus touchdowns. Maybe against the Jets. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Of course, I'll let you guys know. We won that game 16-10, but he clearly did not get 3 plus touchdowns. Maybe he got the yards. I kind of doubt it. No, he didn't get it. No, that sucks so badly. That was a massive opportunity that we just missed out on. He had 77 yards, not even close. He barely got half. He's also averaging 3.3 per carry. Oh, man. Phillip Lindsay may not be playing well in simulation, so maybe that contract was a mistake. It just sucks because, like, Phillip Lindsay is a good player. Madden's so weird. Sometimes they have really obscure players just go off. Then they also have very good players just not do anything. I've seen it happen all the time. But let's see if we're in the playoffs here. We are not. We just got crushed by the Falcons. We finished 8-8. Okay, so pretty close. Not a bad bounce back season, but that's a pretty crappy record to have. Probably a middle-of-the-road draft pick, and obviously we didn't make the playoffs. Drew Lock was okay this season. I mean, I'll take it. Didn't pass for many yards. 3,800 approximately. 21 touchdowns, 8 picks. Didn't really do all that much this year, to be honest. Phillip Lindsay was okay. 3.8 yards per carry, 919 yards, 6 touchdowns. I'd like that to be a bit higher. Noah Fant led our team in catches. Courtland Sutton had 7 touchdowns. Amari Cooper had 7. Neither of those guys really did as well as I thought they were going to, though. Deshaun Hamilton managed to not get a touchdown. This is a weird offense right now, man. Maybe we have to change some schemes around. Garrett Bowles did not play too well. Everyone else did all right, though. 120 tackles for Alexander Johnson here on defense. 18 tackles for loss for Raekwon Davis. Maybe Rookie of the Year. I kind of doubt it, but that would be pretty awesome. 9.5 sacks for Von Miller. 8.5 for Bradley Chubb. All right, those guys are both playing well. 2 interceptions for Chris Harris Jr., 1 for Alexander Johnson, Kareem Jackson, Duke Dawson Jr., and Bryce Callahan. We have no defensive touchdowns. We don't have any safeties. And we have 2 blocked kicks by Von Miller. All right. 4 forced fumbles. 3 of those recovered. Okay, 75% fumble recovery rate. I'll take that. 26th on offense. Defense was 26th as well. Okay, much worse than last year, but we had a much better record. Whatever. Marcus Mariota wins MVP because that just happens, you know, very casually. Nobody from the Broncos. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, of course, Mariota. Nobody from the Broncos. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Nobody from the Broncos. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Joe Burrow. He also managed to go to the Dolphins. That's actually really cool. They got him and DeAndre Swift. Their offense is probably pretty decent now. Nobody from the Broncos. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Dylan Moses. We finally see somebody. Raekwon Davis at number 3. That is it. I kind of wish he would have won that, but he's still a superstar development. Not too worried about it. The Bills and the Panthers in the Super Bowl. I know the Bills are playing well in real life, of course, but it's just strange to see them in Madden making it to the Super Bowl. Let's advance here, see who's going to win. Hope the Bills win. Let's go. They actually do win, 28-25. All right, pretty cool. Bills Mafia's freaking out. Let's check out potential development trade upgrades. I don't think anyone got any. Yeah, so nobody on offense went up in development. That's fair. It's all right. Nobody really played all that well on offense to begin with. Defensively, Bradley Chubb is actually up to superstar. That's pretty big. I think Kareem Jackson is up to star. Also, Trayvon Diggs has star. Alexander Johnson's up to star. Okay, a bunch of players actually changed development. That's pretty cool. All right, I didn't actually expect many people at all to change. Let's see who we should bring back to the team. Is Chris Harris worth it? We probably have the money to do this, and he's still an 88. That is definitely worth it for another season. Yeah, I don't mind giving him a contract at all. He's going to test out free agency. You are getting franchise tagged. I am sorry. I want him back on the team for another season. Ron Leary is actually only down to an 80, which isn't that bad. Alexander Johnson I will bring back. He actually had a pretty decent season. Actually, do I really even want him? I know he just went up to star, but he's 29 and he's only a 75. I don't think I can bring him back. I really don't think I can. I can certainly get a better player pretty easily. Now, Ron Leary, you only won a 1-year contract. I'll bring you back to the team for another season if you want that. Okay, he's trying out free agency as well. All right, we just can't get lucky with anybody right now. That's fine. At least we got Chris Harris back on the team because of a franchise tag. But who is going to be in free agency here? I'm looking to spend some money. I think we have like $30-something million to sign some players. $41 million, actually. The top free agent is Trent Williams. I don't really want him, but Desmond King is definitely a player I want. I know he's a slot corner, and so is Chris Harris. But I'm sure in simulation, one of them can play outside. Yeah, that's definitely a player I want. He's a really good player to go after because if you think about it, Chris Harris is not going to be on the team likely after this season. Desmond King can easily come in and fill his spot. Yeah, this is a great signing. I feel like I go after Keanu Neal all the time. So I almost don't want him right now, but he would really help out. I feel like I still should go after him. There's some really good cornerbacks here, man. Wow. I kind of want to go after Chidobe Awuzie as well. Nobody's giving him a contract, and he's better than Bryce Callahan at this point. I'll give him a pretty low deal. If we can get him, I don't mind putting Bryce Callahan on the trade block. 74 points. I'm comfortable giving him that contract. There's a lot of really good corners. Kevin King is up to superstar. Is it worth it to go after Kevin King over Awuzie? Kevin King's a scheme fit. I think it's worth it. They're like the same age. I know it's a pretty big overall difference, but I'm going for the superstar. Let's go for some more color on defense. That's how you know a defense is good. I actually went after a lot of players. I really hope I get at least most of them. They will all definitely come in and be very good for us. Zach Cunningham was the first one. That's awesome. Desmond King also accepts. Didn't hear back from the rest of them. I gave him pretty small contracts, though, to be fair. I think I should be able to get Kevin King here. Unless some team randomly swoops in above me. We got Kevin King. All right, awesome. We also have a 5th-year option. We did last year as well for Garrett Bowles, but did not want to do that one. Bradley Chubb. Bradley Chubb, I think, could be worth a 5th-year option. I've said this before, but if you ask him what he thinks, the general manager, it says it depends. If you want to keep Chubb long-term, it's probably a good idea to lock him up for a 5th year. We'll get to keep him an extra year without negotiating a new contract. We'll have to pay him like a top 10 player at his position for that 1 year. If you think he's an elite player, then it usually makes sense to pick up his 5th-year option. Bradley Chubb at this point has superstar, so I think it's worth it. We're going to do it, pick up his 5th-year option, get him for at least another extra season. Let's check out these free agents again. I have $410,000 in cap room. Okay. We are still top on these two guys. I mean, I really want Andrew Whitworth and Willie Henry. I think they can both contribute pretty well. I really hope we get them. I can't really up either of their contracts, though. We have the 16th overall pick. I think it's going to be very difficult to get a good offensive lineman. I mean, there's this guy who looks very nice at left tackle. Oh, he could be the player we go after. Nicholas, French last name? Oh, that guy looks pretty good to me. Cole Van Lanen also looks pretty good. I think we're going to target Nicholas, though. He looks like one of the better offensive linemen in the class. And we need offensive linemen so badly at this point. Let's go to my pick here. I'll go over who went in the top 5 and stuff after the draft. Hopefully this guy's available. I feel like he should be. He is still available. So is Pat Freiermuth. Look at that, but I don't need a tight end. Nicholas Petit Frere. Let's go after him. He looks pretty good. He's going to be a 73 overall, but hidden development trait. That's perfect. I will take him to start at left tackle, already way better than Garrett Bowles. And he also has so much potential to go probably into like the mid-80s. Not after this season, but maybe at the end of the rebuild, he could be in the mid-80s. We're now advancing to the middle pick of the second round. Who is still available? We have a strong safety here. Actually looks alright. KJ Hamler is still available. I don't really need KJ Hamler. We already have another Penn State wide receiver at the number 3. This guy looks pretty good based on his top 3 skills. This combine doesn't look awful either. I think with this pick, we look at offensive linemen first. I still need a guard. Wyatt Davis looks alright. We could go with the Ohio State offensive lineman. This guy doesn't look too bad either. And then we can slide Cleveland back to guard. I'm actually okay with that. That guy's probably in the 60s, but I'm okay drafting him right now. He's a 69. I mean, that's fine. I will take him at center. Hopefully they can develop. I mean, this offensive line is not looking good on paper, but I feel like they can play kind of well. I don't know. They haven't been playing too poorly lately. Maybe that's the reason why Phillip Lindsay isn't rushing well. Maybe in this offseason we can try to target offensive line more than I have been. I kind of completely blanked on what I was doing, and I forgot to talk about this, but we just drafted Tyler Johnson, who's a 68 overall hidden development player. I think, did my voice crack in there? I think it may have. I'm still, like I said, I'm still kind of coming off of a cold. Let me go. But he's ranked number 72, took him at number 80. He'll probably actually start for us, to be honest, because I don't think we got Willie Henry, so I'm okay with it. All right, let's check out who the computer drafted for me after we took that defensive end. There could be a couple random hidden development guys down here, because that's usually what this draft is all about. We got a quarterback. We got Justin Rogers, Elijah Wade. Kadarius Toney looks like a pretty good wide receiver. 66 overall is not too bad for the 6th round. All right, who went number 1 overall, though? It was Trevor Lawrence. He went to the Steelers. Xavier Thomas going number 2 overall. Penn Sewell, Justin Fields, Patrick Surtain Jr. round out the top 5. All right, I think our draft went pretty well. Honestly, we got a good left tackle who should come in and potentially be a franchise left tackle for us. We also got a new center who could probably start at center for us for the rest of the rebuild and at least play relatively well. And of course, we got that defensive end who may develop into something. You never know. The team here is a 79 overall, 79 offense, 81 defense. Looks okay. I think we're definitely improving, going in the right direction. We still have a great wide receiver core. Drew Lock is going up in overall. He's still not a 70 yet, though, which is kind of rough. I really want to try to use him the rest of this rebuild, but I may not be able to. I don't know. Phillip Lindsay is still an 84. I hope he has a better season, because if not, we may actually have to sign a running back. On the offensive line, we added 2 new guys, a left tackle and a center. Cleveland slid back to right guard. It doesn't look too good, honestly, but I mean, we have a 73 overall left tackle with hidden. He's probably going to go in the 80s at some point. Dalton Reisner is still pretty good. Juwan James isn't that bad. These guys are just in the 60s, but they can easily progress into the 70s, so it's really not too bad if you look at it. Noah Fant still a tight end as well. And then defensively, the strong suit of this team actually looks pretty good, honestly. We don't have the best defensive ends, but we can certainly address that in the offseason. I do want to throw Bryce Callahan on the trade block, because he is definitely surplus right now. We don't need him on this team anymore. We now have Kevin King and Desmond King, and of course Trayvon Diggs is still here, so we really don't need Bryce Callahan on this team anymore. I like where this team is. We just need some luck to go on our side, to be honest. I mean, it's not perfect by any means. We still have some holes, but it's definitely not a bad team. We have some trade offers here for Bryce Callahan, so let's see what people are offering. All right, the Colts are the only one, so I will accept it. A 2nd rounder next year, was that a 5th this year and a 7th this year? That's actually a lot of value. That might have been too much, but whatever. I'll take it. I'm actually going to change up the scheme a little bit. I know the scheme fit percentage isn't good, but I just want to test this out. Marcus Mariota won MVP last year with this scheme. I mean, I feel like anything can happen then. Let's just try it out for this one. Maybe our offense can start clicking. What is the record looking like right now? We are 3-4. Okay, exactly where we were last season. If I go 8-8 again, I'm going to scream. The Chiefs 4-3, the Raiders 4-4, Chargers 3-4. This division is still so close. All right, well, what are the experience points looking like right now on offense? Also, what does this left tackle have? He has star. I mean, a superstar would have been cool, but it's fine. I'm okay with it. He's a 74 overall right now. 2 experience points for him. 2 for the center as well. 1 for a few more players. Defensively, we got 4 for this guy over here. All right, maybe he has superstar or something. That would be cool. Justin Simmons actually has an opportunity to break out. There's no chance we get him up to X Factor. I will go insane if he actually goes up to X Factor here. What do we have to do? It's usually a pretty crazy thing. Hold the Jets to fewer than 100 passing yards, or force 3+ turnovers, or get Justin Simmons 3+ interceptions, force fumbles, tackles for lost sacks. I don't think he does this, but I will remain hopeful after we see who we have to bring back to the team. Also, Amari Cooper's frustrated. I guess this team isn't really clicking. Von Miller, Chris Harris Jr., Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton, someone I definitely want. Kareem Jackson, I think we can let go. Royce Freeman isn't actually that bad. He's a pretty good power back. Josie Jewell is currently starting. Deshaun Hamilton's starting. I think we can replace Hamilton pretty easily, though. All right, how much money do we have? I would like to bring back Von Miller, but let's see. He's going to regress pretty poorly. We do have a good bit of money, to be honest. I don't mind giving him a 2-year deal. Does he want that? Straight up? I'll bring him back for that. Okay, he's coming back to the team. That's fine. I think Chris Harris I'm going to let go, finally, because we do have Desmond King who can easily come in and replace him. Of course, King isn't an X factor, but he's going to be a higher overall. Courtland Sutton's somebody I want, and the game kind of glitched out there. That looked weird. What happened? All right, we're back. Whatever. Courtland Sutton I do want on the team for a while. 4 more years. He's very good. He's an 86 overall. That's fine. Royce Freeman I don't mind bringing back to the team. He doesn't even want all that much. If you accept that, that's fine. All right, he's coming back to the team for that as well. Josie Jewell, I should probably give a contract to. Again, he's actually super inexpensive. He's coming back to the team too. Okay, I mean, he's also a 72. That's probably why. But I'm good with everybody we just brought back there. We still have a lot of money to go after players as well. So I'm actually kind of excited for this season. Is there any chance Justin Simmons got that challenge? We won 31-17. Tell me he got like 3 pick sixes. I very much doubt it, but let's see. No, he didn't do it. Come on. That could have been massive as well. It's all right, though. I think I'm going to make the executive decision to not use a draft class for this season. If you guys really want me to use the draft class I have downloaded, I will next time, but I'm just not really the biggest fan of it. It's just kind of weird using a draft class like 3 years into the future. I don't know. I'm going to use the auto-generated one here. Definitely let me know if you guys think I should do this in the future, or if you think I should just stick with the draft classes I have. We're in the playoffs. We went 10-6. All right, we played really well the second half of the year. 9-7 for the Ravens, 8-8 for the Raiders, 7-9 for the Chiefs, 6-10 for the Chargers. Okay. Didn't expect that at all. Drew Lock played really well. This is the playbook and the scheme you guys have to start rocking, all right? This is how you play well. 4,200 yards, 37 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I think he can finally develop into the quarterback I wanted him to be. Phillip Lindsay still wasn't that good, but it's all right. I guess the passing game was just, you know, the go-to option. Oh, Courtland Sutton was phenomenal. Amari Cooper gets exactly 1,000 yards. Noah Fant, 9 touchdowns. Okay, spreading the ball out pretty well. Sacks allowed, we have 12 for Jawan James, 10 for the left tackle. I mean, not the greatest, but I guess I'll take it. I don't know. 125 tackles for Zach Cunningham. I see someone deserves their contract they just got. Draymond Jones had 20 tackles for loss. Okay, he played really well with 7 sacks. Hold on a second. Before we talk about Von Miller, he's like a 60-something overall, and he's playing this well? I mean, okay, awesome. Von Miller, 15 sacks and a pick. I mean, he's playing out of his mind there. Desmond King, 4 interceptions. Chris Harris Jr., both of our slot corners. I mean, Desmond King is the slot corner, but I actually never realized how similar these two players are. I mean, look at this. They're both 5'10", and they're both about 200 pounds. That's crazy. They both got 4 interceptions as well. They're just twins. 2 for Justin Simmons and Kevin King. 1 for Von Miller, Josie Jewell, and Kareem Jackson. Defensive touchdowns. We have 1 for Chris Harris. All right, no safeties. We have 1 blocked kick from Malik Reed. Forced fumbles, we have 3. Only 1 of them is recovered, though. That's not the best return rate. 16th on offense. That's progressing pretty well. Defensively, 27th. That actually got worse, I think. Whatever. MVP was Josh Allen, but Drew Lock at number 7. That's exactly what I wanted to see. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Jacoby Brissett. Drew Lock at number 5. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Von Miller, though, at number 2. We also have Zach Cunningham at number 9. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Justin Fields. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Palai Gaediotti? That's definitely not right. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Anybody from the Broncos? Tyler Johnson is in there at number 6. All right, I guess I'll take it. Let's check out these experience points. And I think we can probably see the development of, what's his name, Tyler Johnson. Drew Lock probably has a good bit. He only has 3, but I feel like he'll probably go up to star development after this. We have a couple more on offense for a few other guys, of course. Defensively, this guy is star, but he has 6 experience points. Draymond Jones deserves way more than 2. I will tell you that much, but let's spend these and we can get into this game. All right, now I'm not actually hopping into the game. That may have been kind of misleading, but let's see what the overall is. I'm sure the Ravens have a much higher overall than we do. Yeah, they have an 85 overall team. We have an 82, though. We are progressing quite well. I'm actually really surprised Lamar Jackson's not up to X Factor yet. But let's advance the week Can we take down the Ravens? I don't think we're going to be able to. And we cannot. 42-14. All right, maybe our playoff run was kind of a fluke. We kind of got destroyed there. All right, the Seahawks and the Browns are in the Super Bowl. I think the Browns are going to win. The Browns are so good in Madden. Let's see if they keep their reputation alive, and they do. Am I 3 for 3 on Super Bowls this year? This year. What? I meant this rebuild. 34-28, though, the score for that Super Bowl. Let's check out development trade upgrades. Anybody go up? Drew Lock, give me star. Please. He did go up to star. Okay, that's awesome. He only has one more experience point, but it's fine. I will take the star development. That's phenomenal. Courtland Sutton went up to X Factor. Why did that take me so long to realize? Okay, man, he's a glitch in this game, dude. I think it's just the scheme and the fact that he's playing slot. Slot wide receiver is just so broken in Madden. Defensively, Zach Cunningham is up to superstar. Draymond Jones is up to star. Justin Simmons is up to X Factor. There is so much stuff going on right now. This is kind of insane, but okay. All right. I will take this. The team is looking phenomenal. That defense is, super colorful, like I say all the time. That's how you can tell if a team is good, based on the color. He's still not bad. He's still an 86. But I don't want to spend money on him right now. I'd rather allocate our funds elsewhere. Okay, I kind of said that with a lisp. Elsewhere. Let me try to reiterate that word again. Let's hop into free agency and see who is available. Leighton Vander Esch is almost always here. And here he is again. Leighton Vander Esch. I think I'll probably have him play middle linebacker. Mitchell Schwartz. Do I want to go after Mitchell Schwartz? He is so good. And Jawan James kind of struggled last year. I almost feel like he is worth it. But Leighton Vander Esch is definitely a player I want. I don't know if I want anybody else, to be honest. Actually, Michael Dixon I'll go after. He's a good punter. We don't have a punter, so why not? I went after 3 players. Let's see if we got them all. We got Jordan Whitehead. We got Michael Dixon, and we got Leighton Vander Esch. All right, awesome. I needed Whitehead because we no longer have Kareem Jackson and decided not to bring him back. So I need somebody to play strong safety. I could have banked on drafting one. I still may draft one, to be honest. But I wanted to make sure I at least got a starting caliber safety. And then Leighton Vander Esch is going to be playing middle linebacker. And this linebacking core is going to look so good for this next season. Okay, so we have pick number 22. And I don't know who to go with. There are 2 players who I really, really want. Sheldon Winslow looks so good. A- across the board, has a great combine grade. Or there is this free safety, who also looks very good. Jalen Baggs. If I drafted the free safety, he'd move to strong safety. And I don't know what I want to do. Phillip Lindsay has been rather unimpressive during this rebuild. So the running back could be a better option. The issue is, I have really, really, really poor luck with rookie running backs. I feel like they never perform well for me. So I think I just kind of talked myself into going for the free safety, but I want this guy so badly. I hit my microphone, my bad for that. He's also 21. Oh, no. Let me think about this. So we just signed Jordan Whitehead, right? He's not bad. He's like a 76 overall. Let me see what the scheme fit at strong safety is, because I think that free safety is a run support scheme fit. The scheme fit over here is run support. I'm going to really kick myself if I look afterwards and this guy has X Factor or something. I feel like he's going to, but I think the safety is probably the smarter option. I feel like a lot of you guys probably want me to go with this running back because he looks better just on paper, but I am going to go with this free safety. Let's see what he's all about. He's a 75. I had a feeling he wasn't going to be that crazy. Obviously, his development could still be something phenomenal. His overall is not bad. Let me just say that, but I think the running back is going to be a higher overall player. This guy is pretty good, though. I'm not disappointed with the draft pick. But I need to see what that running back is all about. There's a very slim chance we could still land him in the second. I don't think it's going to happen. But there's definitely a chance for it. But let's see what happens. Yeah, I'd love to be able to simulate in the draft. That would be cool. Any day now. I think the actual NFL draft may be over by the time I can simulate this pick. Let me go pick by pick. If this guy makes it out of the first round, I'll consider trading up. Okay, so he actually made it out of the first round. The pick didn't fully go by yet, but you can clearly tell the Browns didn't take him. So the Cardinals are up now. I'm going to try to trade up with them. All right, we are trading up. We are giving the Cardinals a second rounder this year, a fourth rounder this year, and one of our second rounders next year. We actually have 2. For the first overall pick in the second round. What? Why does it say the Dolphins are here? Did I mess up? Did I trade up with the wrong team? I don't think the Dolphins... Were the Dolphins always here? What is going on? There's no way. I swear it just said the Browns went straight to the Cardinals. Am I stupid? I'm probably stupid. Okay, look, I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm trading up again. Just forget I even traded up with the Cardinals in the first place. Whatever. I mean, this isn't realistic at all, but I just meant to trade up with the Dolphins to begin with. I apologize. That's just my bad. I'm stupid. I swear the Dolphins aren't there. Whatever. We're going to try to take this guy now, though. I don't know why I said try. We're going to take this guy now. Sheldon Winslow. All right, we got both of the players I wanted. Let's see what this guy's all about. He looks so good. He's a 74? Really? I thought he was going to be a lot better than that. I really don't know if he's worth starting. I mean, he's only a 74. Kind of a waste of a trade up, to be honest, but I needed to see what he was all about. I'm going to go with this 5th round guy because he actually looks really good. This is Angel Whittington. 6'3", good size, good looking speed, good top 3 skills. He's probably going to be in the 60s. He's a 66, but he does have hidden potential X factor in the making. I mean, look at that. Look at his walkout stance. If this was a bunch of months ago, that would mean he'd be an X factor. We have one starter. I think Jalen Baggs will be starting at strong safety for us. Winslow will likely not start for us. And then, of course, we got this Whittington guy who's okay. He's just going to be a depth player. We got London Tipton's cousin. That's pretty cool, I guess. And look at these 2 punters we landed. I forgot I threw him on my draft board, to be honest. This guy looks pretty good, though. 91 kick power, 68 kick accuracy. What is this guy all about? They have like identical speed and acceleration. 92, 67. Okay. I think Devin Hewitt's actually a little bit better. But who went number 1 overall? Craig Jeffries, a 76 overall. There was a defensive tackle, though, who looked insane. And there he is. I imagine this is him. Connor Arrington, 78 overall, was the best player in the class. He looked like it. This guy is insane. I need to see what his development is. If it's like X Factor, this is one of the better defensive tackles I've seen in a good while. It is just star, but still, that guy is a freak. He'll probably go up in development after this season regardless. Who else was really good in this class, though? I wonder if there was any other better running back. There probably was. Just, I'm surprised that guy was such a low overall. He really looked like he was going to be close to an 80. Yeah, there's this guy who's a 77. Myron Curry, I guess I could have went with him. No, he only has normal. I'd rather have the dude we drafted then. 75 overall. We actually got like the worst running back. What's going on here? This guy is hidden. Let's see what his development is. His development is superstar. Alright, maybe our guy has superstar as well. I don't know. I'm probably not going to start him. Even if he does have superstar, I'd still rather start Phillip Lindsay. I just don't think a 74 overall running back will do well for us. I forgot that I didn't bring back Deshaun Hamilton. So, let's dip into free agency and sign a wide receiver. Casey Hayward and Patrick Peterson are here? What? That's insane. I know they're both low overall, but still, that's crazy. I'm going to go after John Ross. Let's just give him a contract. We have enough money just after cutting those punters. We now have enough money. So John Ross is on the team. He's not going to play too much, but I wanted just a solid number 3. Here's the team for what will most likely be the final season. It's only an 81 overall, 81 offense, 83 defense, but I do have faith in this team to make the playoffs again. We went 10-6 last year. Drew Lock had a great season a year ago. I mean, he's only a 73, so is the center. The right guard's only a 72. There is kind of some holes on offense, but I think they can get through it. Drew Lock played well a year ago, like I just said, so I'm not really too worried about his overall. The center and the right guard have been pretty good. I'm not really worried about their overalls. It's kind of difficult to build a good offensive line in a realistic rebuild, especially when the team you're rebuilding doesn't have a great offensive line to begin with. Like, nothing against the Broncos, but they don't have any stellar offensive linemen on their team. I mean, Dalton Reisner is pretty good, but he's only in the 70s. Juwan James only in the 70s as well. Kind of difficult with what I had to start with, but I think I did an okay job at least. I probably could have went after some of those better guys in free agency, but I wanted to spend money elsewhere. And then defensively, it actually looks really good on this side of the ball, and this guy is hidden. I mean, alright, cool. But Trayvon Diggs is back into the starting lineup again, which is awesome. I need to move Baggs over to strong safety, and I want him to start. He's not going to be, I mean, obviously he's not a higher overall than Whitehead as of now, but he will definitely go up to be a higher overall than Whitehead would if, Whitehead stayed starting. I mean, Baggs is also a scheme fit, so if he can have, like, superstar or something, that could be awesome. But this team looks pretty good in my opinion. The defense is pretty well built. Again, like, with the overalls, the right and the left end aren't too high of an overall. But they both played pretty well last season. At least Draymond Jones did. I don't really remember what Johnson did. He had a lot of experience points, but Jones had a great season a year ago. I feel like he can do that again. We're going to see what happens. I'll let you know what the record is all about. And the overall went down on defense because of that? That's kind of weird. Yeah, so we didn't make the playoffs. All right, what was the record? 6-10. I don't think this is a 6-10 kind of team, but who knows, I guess. 13-3 for the Chargers, 10-5-1 for the Chiefs. This kind of sucks. Drew Lock was pretty good again, though. Over 4,000 yards. I think he had 30-something touchdowns, 9 picks. Yeah, that's another great season. Okay, I will take that from Drew Lock. Phillip Lindsay was just so poor. I think a lot of that has to do with the offensive line, but then again, Phillip Lindsay typically plays really poorly in Madden. So I don't know, man. It's kind of rough. Realistic rebuilds can get frustrating sometimes. Amari Cooper over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Courtland Sutton, again, over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Noah Fant had 4 touchdowns. The offensive line, I guess, wasn't too good, but I don't know, man. I don't really think I could have done all that much different, to be honest. Leighton Vander Esch had a great season. 133 tackles for him. 12 tackles for loss for Tyler Johnson. We have 13 sacks for Von Miller, 7.5 for Bradley Chubb. 3 interceptions for Justin Simmons, 2 for Kevin King, Jalen Baggs, and 2 for Trayvon Diggs, 1 for Zach Cunningham. Any defensive touchdowns, at least 1. We have it for Jalen Baggs. Safeties, we have 2, Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. No blocked kicks, any forced fumbles? No, so we don't have any recoveries. I don't know why I even bothered to check, but we were 24th on offense. Defense, we were 24th as well. Okay. I don't know, man. Maybe our playoff season was kind of a fluke. Josh Jackson wins MVP of the 10-4-2 Bears. All right. Nobody from the Broncos. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Marcus Mariota. Nobody from the Broncos. Defensive Player of the Year is Drew Tranquil. We have Von Miller and Leighton Vander Esch at 7 and 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Myron Curry is going to win that one. We have Sheldon Winslow at number 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Antoine Godfrey. Jalen Baggs at number 4, not too bad. Best quarterback is Jake Fromm. Drew Lock at number 7, though, not too bad there either. Best running back is Le'Veon Bell, of course, no Phillip Lindsay. Best wide receiver, T.Y. Hilton. We have Amari Cooper and Courtland Sutton at 7 and 8, though. Best offensive lineman is Quentin Nelson. Best defensive lineman, Myles Garrett. Best linebacker is T.J. Watts, but Von Miller at number 4. Best defensive back is Tre'Davious White. Best kicker is Harrison Butker. And that is it. Nobody from our team really won anything. But let me sim to the Super Bowl. I'll let you know who's in it. The Bengals and the Bears. Alright, the Bears aren't too unorthodox, but the Bengals. I feel like I never see the Bengals even in the postseason. And they're going to win. 17-13, the Bengals. Okay, well, let's check out the development of the running back and the safety. He has star. Alright, well, that was kind of a waste of a draft pick. Amari Cooper's up to X Factor, I guess. I don't know why I said I guess. He very clearly is. This guy has star development as well. Von Miller retired. An interesting looking team. I'm not going to go another season, even though I think we potentially do have the personnel to do so. And this guy is superstar. Okay, that is interesting. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I apologize, Broncos fans, but this is honestly a kind of hard team to realistically rebuild. Of course, I will be coming back to this team in a fantasy style at some point down the line. Hopefully then I can make this team into what you guys want it to be. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.